Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel for another vlog. So today is a mostly no makeup day. I have been running around doing a ton of stuff, and now I finally have about 30 to 45 minutes to work on my office. So what you guys are gonna see is basically what my office tends to look like when I've got a million things to do, and especially when I'm at the end of a book. So I can usually keep up with the house, keep up with the chores and all the things that need to get done until I get towards the end of a book. And then once I hit the last stretch, the last act, my attention sort of tends to laser focus in on the book and what's happening. And especially with this little one who I've got kind of playing happily for now, fingers crossed, in the pack and play. She doesn't go in there very often, but I figure if I can wheel her in here toward the office, she might let me get a little bit of work done. I don't have a ton of time right now to spend on cleaning, and so it's been one of those things where it's like every time I do something, I work on something, I open packages, I do some recordings, then when something gets in my way, I've just been throwing it on the floor or stacking it neatly on the floor or whatever needs to happen, piling things up in piles on my office, and it's insane. And I know that it has to stop. I can't live with it like this for long. So especially my office is the main part. Most of the regular part of the house is pretty clean because my husband helps out a ton with that, but this is my space and he wouldn't know where to put my washi tape or my Erin Condren planner or anything. So it's just better for me to take care of my own space, and I have neglected it. But truth be told, honest truth, this is how it looks every single time I'm writing a book. But before I move on to edits, part of my sort of process and ritual is that I love to go through and actually clean it all up, because there's just something so satisfying about listening to some music. I have these awesome the Google Nest, or Google Homes is what they were called. I think they're now called Google Nest. I have two of them on the wall in here, and I love to just crank them up, play some music, and do some work in terms of getting the office cleaned up, getting my space looking really nice. And I think through my process. Okay, here's what's going to happen in the story. Here's what's going to change. And it's sort of like I'm cleaning up the story in my mind as I'm cleaning up my space. And then once that's all clean, I feel like I'm ready and motivated to tackle the actual work that's going to happen. So, there's George. So we got George and Evie. Andrew's upstairs on screens today, this afternoon. So we're going to be looking at what we're doing for dinner in a few minutes. So I'm going to turn on this music, hang out, and pull the baby into the office potentially. And I'm going to just get everything off the floor. So let me kind of show you how it looks before and what I want to get done. And then hopefully there'll be a really nice after coming soon. Okay, so what you guys have mostly seen, obviously, is this side of my office, because what I've been doing is I've been recording from my desk, and I just turn my Mac facing catty corner this way so that I can sit in this chair and face the computer. And it's easy to turn, and then I just use the webcam that's on that Mac. And you guys don't see the big mess over there, but when it's at this angle, this is mostly what you guys see. And I've got it set up. We got baby. She lost sight of me. We've got some things set up here that kind of look a little bit witchy, plus all my planner stuff. Now that little cat carrier in the corner is not necessarily like super nice looking, but at least it looks a little organized. Of course, if you kind of zoom in to the side here, you can see a little bit more of the actual mess. Plus this basket has gotten really messy and it's just crazy. But here's what you don't see in the videos. So stacks of planners, things I've had to do some reviews on. I have some brand new post-it notes that just came in, more Erin Condren stuff. This is a giveaway that I'm going to be doing on my Heart Breathings channel, this little stack here. I've got a book that someone sent me. This is called Cartega by A.N. Sage, and it looks amazing, and the blurb is really good. So I've got it sitting up here because I really want to read it. So thank you so much, A.N. Sage, for sending that book to me to read. My bulletin board looks like a mess. All of this stuff is a big old mess. And a lot of this stuff is stuff that's new that I want to keep in good condition. Like some of this Erin Condren stuff, some of these notebooks down here, some of the Happy Planner stickers that I have. Like this is stuff that's important to me and it's just kind of sitting on the floor. This is unacceptable. So this has got to get fixed. And I've got one of my son's school journals here. There's another cool book called Believe the Coos. I'm not exactly sure how you say that, but this one came also in my P.O. box from MK Kids, and I really want to read this one as well. So thank you so much for sending that to me. I also have like some of Evie's playthings, some more boxes that need to be gone through, another one of those baskets, and 2 more of these organizers. These used to be really nicely organized, and now who knows what is in them because I've just been throwing stuff in there. I've got like mail over there, a bag. It's one of those like reusable bags. I've got some of my giveaway books here and a bunch of just random things on my desk that needs to be cleaned up. There are socks underneath there. Y'all, this has to get cleaned up. This is a box of my paperbacks, and these are going to Christabel. If you guys have been following along, she is very active here on the channel for the lives, but she is the moderator for my Facebook group, The Coven. And so just as a thank you, I wanted to send her a full collection of my signed books. So I need to get those signed and out to her because I've had them for a few months now. Sorry, Christabel, they're coming, I promise. But I really love this office. I'm super lucky to have a nice space that has these beautiful French doors, to have my own space to really, you know, do what I need to do as a writer and YouTuber. But this is what happens. It just gets messy when I get busy. So here we go. I'm gonna get this cleaned up. Okay, everybody, so it is now the next day. It's Friday, and it doesn't look like I made all that much progress, but I did actually get about 45 minutes worth of work done yesterday. I mostly went through a few of these drawers, got rid of more trash, more things that I'm going to give away, a lot of recycling for extra papers, and then I've been trying to sort all of my other stuff. Like a lot of this is Erin Condren stuff that I got from the sale and different things like that. It was in better piles, but then the baby came in here and she was kind of playing around with everything. So all of that needs to get dealt with, but I did take some boxes out. I also cleared out a couple drawers so that I can, get all this organized and get it put away. I organized that first of the little white trays there. I need to do the second one, and I started to get this stuff cleaned out from underneath, and we're getting there. It just is difficult when I don't have a lot of time to just sit down and do it. Instead, it was like 45 minutes, but it was very much interrupted by kids coming in, trying to get dinner ready, just a bunch of other stuff. So this is kind of where I am right now, and I don't have a ton of time today to work on it, but I'm going to try to steal a little bit of time here and there. My son is on the phone with his abuelita, which he's been doing daily video chats with her. She is from Cuba and she lives in North Carolina now, and they don't get to see each other very often. But as part of his homeschooling, he is taking Spanish lessons with her every day, and they are talking on the phone for like 30 to 40 minutes every day, which has been amazing. So he is currently kind of playing with the baby and showing her to abuelita. So that is where we are. So while they're doing that, I'm going to try to get some more cleaned up. Hello again, everybody. So it has actually been some time since I spoke with you last, and this is just the way it works when you're trying to get so much done and you're a mom and it's So yesterday, Evie had her vaccinations, and we thought at first she was doing great. Everything was going to be fine. But as the night wore on, she got a terrible fever. She started vomiting, getting sick. And my son never got that sick. He did get fevers, but he never got that sick. So it was just like, I couldn't put her down all night. I wanted to be close to her, make sure she was doing okay. I was like constantly checking her temperature. Oh my gosh, stressful night. I didn't get down to sleep until about 6 a.m. when George took over this morning. And so I slept in. Then we just kind of cuddled on the couch because she still has a fever today. So hopefully, I'm still hoping I can get this video edited and out on Sunday. So we'll see. If you didn't see a video on Sunday, you just didn't see a video, but that's why. I do still have work to do in here. So you can see there's a lot more like beautifying over here that has been done. My desk still needs some work, but it is looking better. But overall, I think the office is really coming together. It finally feels like, I mean, there's just nothing better than that space finally feeling clean again. And I, for some reason, always forget how good it feels when something just gets newly cleaned. So I'm going to finish it up, and I've only got about 30 minutes before I need to start cooking dinner. So let's get as much done as we can. Okay, so here is kind of what I've come up with for the organization of my desk right now. I had these up on top, and I ended up moving them and putting this gold basket here with my giveaway books and that I need to send out so I don't forget. Then I've got this stuff over here. So I've got the letter sorter, and these will go more in the middle, but I was using it as a stand for my camera. So I think for now, that is how I'm going to have it. I need to go through and clean underneath here and all around the floors, and then I just need to clear this off. And I think I'm pretty much done with this room, which will feel so good. Hey guys, so quick update. I did get some of the work done in here. For some reason, I have a pair of Google Nests, or the Google Home Minis, that have not been playing my Google Music. So George has been in here working on that. I did have Evie kind of crawling on the floor, but she's so mobile, she's getting into everything. So now she's hanging out in this little carrier. Evie, say hi. Say hi. She loves being in that little thing. So now let me show you kind of what I'm trying to figure out. What I've done here is I've put this little letter sorter and the magazine holder in the back there. I don't know how good that looks, but for now it's functional. I vacuumed, still got the vacuum cleaner and that cart I need to figure out what to do with. But the rug in here looks so much prettier when it's freshly vacuumed because it gets that darker blue to it. And then I've cleaned off the props that I was using in the background for the Witch's Key. Since I'm not actually reading the Witch's Key right now, I'm going to try to leave it as is. And that way I won't have to turn my monitor when I'm going live. And instead you guys will see this in the backdrop. But here's where my conundrum comes in. So first of all, I want to try to figure out how to fit that cart that's in the hallway into this room. I have a bunch of my Happy Planner stickers are on that cart, and look at this, you guys. It says create your L because it did say create your life, but I needed the letters for my board in my gaming space that says the great family or the best family ever or whatever. So I need to redo that sign with something that I have the letters for. But basically, I think the thing I don't like are these two file folders. And right now, they don't have anything in them that absolutely has to be there. And I do have a filing cabinet. So I'm thinking that I might move those two things out of the room for now and move all my sticker books in here. And then what I might try to do, if I can pull it off, is take all of the stuff out of that white sorter over there and move this rolling cart in and put it over there. I don't know if this is going to work out, and it's probably going to be more work than I really wanted to be doing today, but I think it's worth it. So I'm going to try that and see kind of how it looks. So dinner and a walk. We just got these new fitness trackers from Amazon. I had thought about getting like a Fitbit, but then it's so expensive for something I wasn't sure I was going to use. So I just picked up a cheaper one from Amazon, and we all three got some. So I got one in this kind of purple color. It said purple, but it looks kind of reddish burgundy. So kind of wish I had gotten the black one, but then George and I would get ours mixed up. Anyway, he has a black one. I'm a little out of breath because I've been carrying Evie for about 4,000 steps. Andrew has a little one that's a navy blue one, and he is still walking around out front of the house because he's so excited about getting steps. So that's pretty awesome. But it is now time for Evie bath time and getting her to bed. If I get a chance to, I will record a little bit more. Okay, you guys, it's getting later in the day, as you can tell, because my hair starts to look frizzy. My makeup is down my face, but the baby is asleep, and so I have put the finishing touches on the office space, and it's so clean in here and organized. It is, George thinks it's cluttered in here because there is a lot of stuff, but this is just who I am, and I'm so happy with how it turned out. Now you can see outside, I do have a couple things that I moved out of the office, including one of my like organizer racks like this that I need to actually empty and find place for all of that stuff. But for now, it is out of the room, and I'm feeling good about it. So let me take you on a tour of my office space. Okay, so quick tour. Obviously, I've got these gorgeous French doors, which show the mess in the hallway, but we're gonna deal with that later. I have just this little tray here that I got a while back at Home Goods, and I forgot to plug in, but I was moving my diffuser, oil diffuser, back here so you can't really see it, but it'll still smell the room. I also have this skull. Some people have mentioned this before in my videos because it's always in the background. I got this from Urban Outfitters years ago, and it's just a coin bank, but I love the color of it, and I just always have loved that skull. I have some organizing boxes here with some books and things. This is my Kanban board, which is my like productivity tasks and stuff like that. If you want to know more about that, go visit my Heart Breathings channel because I show how I set all of that up. I also have a lovely display here of all of my books, and somehow I also got a book by Oprah stuck in the corner here, so that doesn't belong with the others, but hey, I will take it. Any connection with Oprah I can get. So yeah, this is the majority of my books, not all of them, but a lot of them, most of them. And just a little tray here with a bird, some flowers, and some of my favorite pens. Then some Hello Kitties and some of my favorite like unicornos and other Tokidoki art. Go away, I'm reading. That's one of my favorite little signs. More Hello Kitties. Then I did take out that other organizer and cleaned out this space over here. And now I just have this Raskog type rolling cart. This one is not from IKEA. This one is from Michael's, and I love it. And it used to be in my living room, but I wasn't using it as much as I wanted to, so I've moved it into here. I have my Martha Stewart craft furniture. So this furniture I get a lot of questions about. This was part of the Martha Stewart craft collection, and this desk went along with it. I got this as a gift 3 years ago for my birthday from my husband, and sadly I don't think it's available anymore. I think it's been discontinued, and it's one of my favorite things I've ever gotten for my birthday. Now it did come with just plain knobs that match the wood, but I added the gold knobs this year, and I really like the way that looks. I like the ability to switch out the knobs to really change up some furniture. You can kind of see some of these drawers at the bottom are bowing a little bit. They've moved with us twice to 2 separate houses, and I think they're just not holding up. Plus I do have them pretty heavy full of stuff, which I'll show you some of it in a minute. So this is a collection of many of my A5 binder planners. So I do have actually more than just these, but I love every single month at the beginning of the month to switch out my binder. So I am actually about to use this one right here from Kiki K. I believe that's the one I'm going to use this month in May. So I need to pull that out and set that up. We're going to go watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood tonight, and I'm going to set up my planner just as a fun thing to do. I do it at the beginning of every month. I also have these 2 stacked organizers from Michael's for my washi tape, and these are chock full of washies. All my Hello Kitty washies here in the front, and even more. Lots of Simply Gilded washi tape, which are the ones with all these bows. I love washi tape. It's an obsession for me. I also love all types of pens and markers, and it has taken me years to collect all of this stuff, but I do love it so much, and I do use all of it. So I've got some Tombow dual brush pens and other types of markers there, and even more. These are like all Crayola Super Tips and Paper Mate Flares, Staedtler fine liners, and more, lots more. Over here, I did take out those filing, like, I don't know, they're boxes that all came from the Container Store. They all match, and I got those probably 5 or 6 years ago, and I don't think those are available anymore either. But the 2 filing boxes I just wasn't using, so I'm going to use this space now for all my Happy Planner sticker books. And this is not all of them, but this is the majority of them, and I'm so happy to have a place now that I can put them where I have easy access to them. This bulletin board is one that my dad made for me years ago that went with an office that I had in a house in another city that we lived in, and I have repurposed it here and kind of sectioned it off with washi tape. And I mentioned earlier that I do like to laminate my book covers and put them up there like a schedule. So I'm hoping to add some up there. The question is, how do I do that and then not reveal the covers? So maybe because it's so tiny, you guys won't really be able to see the covers, but I do like to use that for my promotions just at a glance. Then I have a Cricut Explore Air here, which is like a craft machine. I still haven't come up with a new thing to put in here because this says create your L, and I used the letters in the I. I needed the I especially to create a sign upstairs, so I need to come up with a new saying for that board. But that is my craft furniture, and all of these drawers are full, and there are these top 4 in each thing are shallow drawers. They're pretty shallow, and so it's easy to organize them with little containers and boxes. And just to give you guys a glimpse at what's inside, they do pull all the way out, which I love. But when I first put them together, they were perfectly organized. But over time, I end up just throwing things in here like a bunch of stickers and stuff. So this is definitely due for an overhaul. But you can kind of get an idea for what's in all of these drawers. This is one of the more organized ones with just like my tape runners or whiteout runners, some more whiteout, different little erasers and dots, my little labeling machine and adhesive tapes and stuff like that. In this drawer, I also have some of these boxes to sort of, you know, organize it better. I've got all my Hobonichi Weeks stickers here. There's still room in some of these. And then here I have all of my skinny washi tape. This is just a silverware container from Walmart, and it worked perfectly for that washi. I have my ink for my printer, all my embossing supplies over here, and just some old candy from the sugar factory. These are little sugar pops or whatever that have rhinestones in them, and you can change out the candy. This is from the day that George and I got married in Vegas, and so I had to keep that in there. I needed just a place to store it. These bottom drawers are deeper. So there are 4 drawers, and the top 2 are a little bit shallower than the bottom 2. And I keep Erin Condren supplies and petite planners and things like that, extra notebooks in here. All of my Erin Condren accessories, like all my bookmarks and stickers, my extra straps for my bag. So you can see that bag there. It doesn't look very pretty on the floor like that, but you can switch out the straps. So I have a gold strap and a navy strap that I haven't even used that navy strap yet. So I store that in there. I also have a second drawer of Erin Condren. So this is one of from their new collection, the Layers collection. So I'll be filling that up probably pretty soon. I have all of my extra like old covers for my planners are all in here, so I can switch those out. Then in some of the other drawers, I just have like happy planner discs and things like that. I have extra stickers and notebooks. I have some of my extra Hello Kitty notebooks in here. In this one, I have a lot of my filming equipment and chargers and little dust bags and things like that. So I use this when I'm filming, all my cords. This is my washi tape drawer, and I know some of you will think I'm crazy. I do have a video about how I organized my washi tape over on my Heart Breathings channel if you're interested. But this is the majority of my washi, but you can see there's washi tape kind of sprinkled throughout the house. Then I also have this drawer, which again used to be more organized, but it has kind of all my hole punches, my 6-ring punch, my 3-ring punch, all of my like corner rounders and different things like that, as well as all of my Cricut mats and a paper cutter. I have this drawer down here also has all of my laminating supplies and sticker sheets, some of my like recording stuff. Then down here on the end, I have a few kind of organized drawers here. So I have like a bunch of extra clips and supplies like paper clips and extra pens and markers down there, some dusting wipes, all of my rubber bands and other like alligator clips or whatever those things are called. I have just some little keychains and different types of pins, rubber bands. These are all of my like planner clips and paper clips. So I've got all of that stuff, I think, organized pretty well. This is a lot of my stamping supplies. So you've got the inks and things and all of the different stamps over here. So yeah, there's some drawers are more organized than others. This third drawer actually got damaged in the move, so I don't use that one. This has my little paints, some Christmas washi tape, some of my papers, and you can see like we were just using some of these paints, so it's not organized like it should be. My watercolor paints and glue guns and things like that. So you can see a pretty good idea of how all of that is organized. Then we come over here. I do have my recycling bin here. I would love to have a prettier recycling bin, but for now, at least that works because I do go through a lot of paper, so I make sure to recycle as much as I can. That box, again, is a box of books that's going to Christabel, so I need to get that sent out, and then that'll be out of here. I do want to find a better place to hang my bag because I love that bag, and it's leather, and it's just beautiful. It's one of my favorite crossbody bags, and I just love it, so I need to make sure I have a better place for it. So these two little organizer drawers are also from Michaels, and I've had them for a while, and the drawers kind of pull out, so I've got some of my extra papers and some things I want to use in recording. I have an Erin Condren kaleidoscope letter organizer type thing, or like a tray. So I've got my laptop in here and my chargers back here for when I want to charge my laptop, and then some of the planners that I use are right there. Then moving on to the final part of the room, I have this lovely filing cabinet. Isn't that beautiful? It was just a plain metal filing cabinet that I found at a thrift shop for like $30 or $40. And I spray painted it this lovely sort of green color that matches so much in my office. And it just transformed it, and I love it so much. It's definitely one of my favorite sort of DIY projects, and it was pretty easy. So that is one of my favorite things. I've got my Canon Pixma printer, and I have a picture of George and I when we got married. And then my desk here is a standing desk, and I absolutely love this desk. I just got it in January as sort of a New Year sort of present to myself, or Christmas/New Year's. And it is a standing desk so that I can hold Evie in my little carrier and I can move it up and down. Another thing that's cool about it is that it is a whiteboard surface. So you can see while I was cleaning, my son got a hold of one of my whiteboard markers and was writing 3D versus 2D objects over here. But with just a simple touch, I can make this a standing desk. Oops. I can make it a standing desk, and nothing wobbles, it's very sturdy, and I absolutely love it. So I can put Evie into the baby carrier. I can stand here. I've got a little standing mat at the bottom that I can pull out, and I get a lot of work done while standing, which has been really nice. And then just with another touch of the button, it goes back down to my perfect sitting height. And yeah, it's my favorite. So I have just this little, so this is my microphone. It's a Yeti, Blue Yeti microphone. I love it. It's been very good quality. I also have this a little bit cheaper of a light. I do have some bigger ring lights and things that I use when I do a lot of my Heart Breathings filming, but I've just been using this little USB light for something to go on my face when I'm doing Zoom meetings at night and it's darker in here like it is now. And for when I'm doing my Witch's Key broadcasts and stuff, sometimes I think the light kind of washes me out a little bit, but if I don't have it on, it gets too dark sometimes a day. So yeah, it's a balance. I have this cute little, I don't even know what you call that, sort of like a bulletin board style thing that's in gold with just some things I want to remember and some fun pictures from the past. Some of my little favorite sayings here, along with some more of my favorite Hello Kitty and Tokidoki items, as well as a sort of letter sorter or letter tray or document. I don't know what any of these things are called. I got that at Home Goods, and I love that because it holds some of my notebooks that I use on a daily basis that I want to be able to pull out, but I don't want to keep on my desk. Then I have some of my favorite Erin Condren planners. So these are both deluxe monthly planners, and I use them for all of my promotional plans and things like that. So this one is for Sarah Cannon Career, which is all my writing promotions and like my schedule and notes. Then this bottom one is for all of my like editorial calendar for the videos and things that I'm doing at courses and planners for Heart Breathing. So I keep pretty much my whole life plan in those two planners right there. Then I just have this cute little planner cup from Target and another kaleidoscope letter sorter back there with some pens. And then this little lamp here is, is a touch lamp, which is nice. I like to have that. My desk gives a little bit more light when I need it. Some people also love to ask about this beautiful rug. So this was a Target find for me online, probably about 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. And I don't know if they still have it. I will look for a link for it, but last time I looked, I couldn't find it. It's just a wool rug from Target, and it really makes the whole room for me, I think. So that is a tour of my office space. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look inside my office. I do sometimes do a lot of my writing and of course all of my gaming upstairs in my gaming space. But when it comes to all my video editing, my crafting, all my planning, and things like that, most of my videos are recorded here in this room for Heart Breathings and for the Witch's Key and things like that. So this room is very important to me, and I'm so lucky and grateful that I have a space all to my own. It's only been in the last few years that I've had a space for myself, and it always used to be that George and I had to share space. So I know how lucky I am to have it, and I am super grateful for it. And so it has become a place that I just decorate the way that I want, and all the color brings me so much joy and so much happiness. So it feels really good when it finally gets cleaned up, and it feels like a whole new room, to be honest. So I think for a while now anyway, at least until we get into the Witch's Key season 2, I'm just going to record straight on, so you guys will see this in the background rather than what you have been seeing, and hopefully that'll be good so I don't have to tilt my computer the other way. So let me know what you think of the space and the cleanup of it, and I will see you guys in my next video. I will still continue to go live on YouTube here on this channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to read original stories until we get back to the Witch's Key. So I hope that you'll join me this next coming week. We are going to be reading my book Red, and I'm going to be asking for your help in hitting the USA Today bestseller list. I have no idea if it's even really possible, but join me this week for a reading of my original story Red, and we'll talk through it. All right, you guys, I will see you soon, and have a great weekend. Bye.